Hello everyone and welcome back to Walks to Unwind, the Dallas Road Waterfront Walk. We are continuing on from the last video. It's the same day, same incredible winds. Forecast is gusts up to 120 kilometers per hour, and it sure feels like it. I'm going to venture out onto the rock behind me to see if we can catch some of the incredible waves rolling in.
Okay, so here we go out onto the rocks. As you might be able to tell, this is another voiceover. There's a lot of seaweed on this rock, so I had to be careful. It's a little bit deceiving. It doesn't look that stormy, but the winds that day were quite incredible. I wanted to get out as far as I could because I was hoping to catch the wind and the waves. You can see the waves, but the wind was just too much that what I might actually do is cut in a little bit of the actual wind audio just to give you some idea. So brace yourself, I'll do that right now. That's probably enough, as you can tell. That's my microphone does a good job of cutting out the wind noise, but unfortunately it also cuts out the waves and rushing against the rocks as well. But I can maybe work some of that back in. I also had to be careful climbing this rock here. There's a combination of slippery seaweed all over the rocks, combined with the gusts that were happening. It was a little bit risky, but I go for it in a moment here. It was actually an incredibly beautiful day, even though the winds were high. The sun was out and there were some nice clouds in the sky as well. And the wind was blowing. Actually, I really like the wind. I find it very, as corny as it may sound, very cleansing. Really helps reduce the stress and the anxiety I find for me.
Filled with ocean water here.
At this point, I was being sprayed by salt water as well, because of course the waves were crashing up against the rocks and shooting the water up in the air, and then the wind was blowing it at me. And there's the Juan de Fuca Strait. Those mountains you see up in the distance, the hills and the mountains, that's heading towards Port Angeles, Washington. That on the right is Ogden Point, which is where we're headed towards. So sorry, no. The mountains in the background there, those are the Souk Hills, Souk, BC. Over this direction, that direction there, that's Port Angeles, Washington. Over there. So it ended up being a little too windy up there for me to stand. I should have sat down in hindsight, but now I had to find a way down. Yeah. It's kind of difficult when you're carrying a large selfie stick and a camera and winds are blowing. At one point I thought, I'm not going to get much footage here. I'm going to have to edit all this out, but it gives you an idea of what it's like. Come to visit Victoria, make sure you bring some hiking shoes. The other thing I like about the wind is that it just gives that whole idea that the fresh air, fresh, clean air, it's very refreshing. At this day when I filmed, I had actually had a pretty rough day at work and I was quite stressed. So this was a good way to de-stress, let go of all that stress, tension, anxiety. Let the winds wash it away. But look at that, that's a beautiful shot there. So this ended up being a little bit shorter video. I'll add some photos at the end with a little bit of music. But I hope everyone enjoyed this, enjoyed seeing the waves. As I said, I'll try to incorporate some of those sounds. But thanks for joining me today, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful, relaxing day. And don't forget to continue to walk to Unwind if you can in your area. Get out there if you can. If you can't, hopefully these videos give you a little bit of a break. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.